Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral, joining me on Star Trek Fleet Command once again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and the like button as always, as it helps me out massively. Let's dive straight in. So we're going to be talking today about the Stella, why you need two Stellas and the reason behind needing two Stellas, how to go about it, and what to look forward to, what to look to upgrade, and where to go with the upgrades. I've sort of had a sort of rethink of where to go with a small Stella, and I'm going to share that information with you now. So as you can see, I've got two Stellas, so I've got one getting built right now, and I've got one in the lineup already. Ignore the crew. So this one is my primary Stella. This is the one that I put all my upgrades on. This is the one that I'm trying to get to the highest level possible. As you can see, we're working towards getting our third weapon done. And then we can then put this armor on and we can then get to tier 6 in terms of the ship. However, that's obviously not just that's just some of the upgrades. Obviously, there's more upgrades when you go to the research. Click that tab and this will take you to the research inside the tree. And to be honest, you really do want to focus on these three first ones, as these do predominantly help your Stella the most when it comes to attacking Eclipse hostiles. Hence why I've maxed out the weaponry. I'm currently working on the Stella weaponry and Stella hull. Basically, when I have the opportunity, as you can see here, it does ramp up quite nicely versus Eclipse enemies, and it goes all the way up to 44,000 at level 15. So like I say, it does ramp up quite nicely. Level 8, and even that level 10 is pretty decent. So yeah, try and get these done. And the Stella hull is exactly the same. The higher you can get this one, all the way up to 65,000 is going to be ideal. Obviously, it's subject to what level and tier you are as a player as well, to which level you can go to. Then you've got things like Rogue Hull, which affect all ships, and Rogue Shields, again, affecting all ships, and stuff like that. Stella Piercing, you move on to down here, which again is all stuff to do with Eclipse. Allows you to hit them harder and basically last longer overall because you can destroy them quicker. But as you can see, as I click this and as I click through these, this is what you need. You need this Stellar Particles. The only way to get Stellar Particles is to scrap one of your Stellas, as I've obviously just done, well, I did yesterday, and we're now in the realm of rebuilding our Stella from yesterday. As you can see here, 4 hours to go to get our Stella because I've only literally just put it on. So 4 hours to go to get that completely rebuilt again. And then what you do then is you slap on your basically your XP grinding crew, and you take it to the augment space. Predominantly, if you don't want to obviously if you don't want to attack with it, which you can go to obviously any of the Eclipse places and use it to attack the hostiles, because I guess you're getting two things done. Then you're getting obviously the Eclipse credits essentially, as well as tearing up your ship or leveling up your ship. But if you don't want to do that and you want to do a passive thing, just send it somewhere in the Eclipse space and just basically leave it there and hope that the obviously augment space even, and hope that the augment ships come and start attacking it, and then yeah, you'll level up. The thing I would change, I did a sort of I spoke about the Stella a not so long ago now, and I said I would recommend going to level 20 or alternatively tier 4. I've changed my opinion on that, and going to tier 3, level 15 for the start is quite adequate, as it uses pretty much next to nothing resources, and you gain about 1,000 of the Stellar Particles. And as long as and to get to level 15 is not very difficult at all. So therefore you can like just constantly keep smashing it, because getting from level 15 to level 20 is about the same as getting from level 1 to level 15. And it uses substantially more resources to get from tier 3 to then a tier 4 ship, and obviously to get to that top ship. It uses substantially more resources as well in terms of your uranium count. I think I said something else last time, but it is your uranium count that you need to worry about. So this is what you're sort of hoping to get. I will get that while we're here, in fact. So this is what you're hoping to be able to gain. And this is what you're going to essentially use. These 3 different types. You got obviously the uncommon, the rare, and the epic. And the rare at the moment, it seems to be the hardest one to come by, I would say, overall. So definitely at a lower level, try and stockpile as much as you can of the rares, as it's cheaper to buy it. And then you can then progress obviously up the levels faster, hopefully for you. But yeah, this is why you need 2 Stellas. 2 Stellas come from one event every single, well, one. They come from one event every single week. And I don't know if it's in here. It's not. But it's basically every single week on a Saturday. We have a hostile hunt event. Essentially, it's a hostile hunt event that you gain the ability to go to the event store. And it gives you 5 different ships. Check out my video from Saturday as it indicates them ships. But yeah, Stella is one of them, and that's where you can get your second Stella for free if you don't already have one. If you do have one, just keep plodding along, get into your second one. Obviously, if you already have 2, then obviously you can progress onto another ship and go for something like the Discovery, the Franklin, I wouldn't suggest going for the sarcophagus, but then you can go for the amalgam as well. I would recommend the amalgam over the sarcophagus, if I'm perfectly honest. But yeah, they're the different methods to use. I would recommend going to level 15 now, though, until you get basically one of your ships, i.e. your primary Stella, up to a decent level, up to quite a high level. And then you can maybe start upgrading and sacrificing some of the rare uranium that you might need for the ship. Because the rare uranium is what's pretty much, I would say, going to bottleneck you overall. But yeah, then you can start getting the research. And again, the research is key for this ship. If you want your ship to do well, you definitely need to get into this Outlaws tree. And you just need to start doing primarily the first 3 here. And then you can progress on to some of the later ones down the road. And then that will predominantly help your Stella out the most, I would say. Just by collecting 1,000 of these a day, essentially. That's what you can do with this if you want to, or every other day, or however fast you can do it. But that's what you want to do with this. You just want to be collecting these stellar particles to upgrade these abilities to a high, pretty much as high as you can go. Because overall, this is going to help your ship massively. And that's all I've got to say today about the Stella events. I definitely recommend doing them as and when you can, passively or aggressively, depending on which route you want to go down. But definitely get 2 Stellas. They are definitely both needed, and it's how you progress down the Outlaws tree quite substantially. I neglected mine, kind of regret it, so I'm sort of trying to keep up with it as and when I can, when I remember, essentially, because it's quite hard to remember to do it. But try and do it yourself, keep up with it, try and progress down that tree. Make sure to get 2 of them. Every Saturday you can get on the event store, and get your, allocated amount of Stella blueprints if you don't have the ship. And if you do have the ship, make sure to get 2 of them. And then you can move on to another ship after you've got 2 of them in the bank. Make sure you focus on one ship at a time. Focus on the first one, and then use the other one predominantly as your backup, like ultimate backup, and just go to start with, just go to level 15 or tier 3, as that is a very good level to scrap it at, and you'll get a decent amount back for the reward. It's about 1,000. So yeah, that's all I've got to say today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it's been useful, and I'll see you next time. I'm going to be streaming in 10 minutes. I'll see you there.